There's the book of Jude, verse 24. Now unto him that is able to keep you from falling, and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory, with exceeding joy, to the only wise power of our Saviour, be glory and majesty, dominion and power, both now and ever, so be it. Giving our praises, our honor, and our glory to the Heavenly Father, and his only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai,
So clear.
Bahasham Wacha Khwadash. And double honor to my teachers, the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone, who watch over our souls. Shalom to the Yakim worldwide that are sincere and serious in doing the will of Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Wacha Khwadash. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 1 and 2. To you all, and stay strong. Yeah, so I'm the brother, the disciple Kwashab Banyamia from the branch here in Great Millstone, Barbados. So this is going to be about the Queen. You've seen all these different videos of a memorial in memory of Queen and how she was good, longest serving monarch, etc. But the scriptures say the thief cometh not, but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. She is from the line of Edom, you understand? And although she has passed and is in the third heaven, right? She is going to return back onto this earth as a slave. You see, he that doeth wrong, let me start with our precept. He that doeth wrong, he that doeth wrong, yeah? Everybody want to ignore her past, right? The Lord don't ignore nor forget. Colossians 3:25, but he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done, and there is no respect of persons. So you don't care if he's a gardener or if he's a CEO.
So clearly, the Queen has passed away. Another slave master, slave driver has now finally meet their demise. Right? Am I happy? Yes. Am I rejoicing? Yes, absolutely yes. Look at the picture. Look at the video and tell me what you are seeing. The Queen feeding black people like animals. I am happy.
So no. Let me get no to some
Elizabeth II is dead, so let's talk.
Let me get some more important history of this Edomite.
Famous stolen jewels. Starting with the crown jewels, so expect to see these at Charles's coronation. That'll happen pretty soon. He'll hold the orb and scepter. So the orb represents Christian dominion over the world, the cross and then the globe. The scepter features the world's largest diamond. This is the first Cullinan diamond, also known as the Great Star of Africa. It was stolen from South Africa in 1905. The Azanian People's Organization
Was stolen.
recently made a statement about the first Cullinan. They said this diamond belongs to the black people of this country and to them alone. This is the Queen Mother's crown and contains the Kohinoor diamond from India right in the center. Now that the Queen's dead, the Kohinoor will go to Camilla. The British East India Company stole the Kohinoor from a 10-year-old king, Maharaja Duleep Singh, during the annexation of Punjab in the 1840s. Here's Queen Victoria wearing it on her cloak shortly after she stole it from a little boy. This is the imperial state crown and it will also be put on Charles's head. This diamond in the middle is the Cullinan II, also from South Africa. This ruby in the middle is known as the Black Prince's Ruby. It's believed to be from Afghanistan. This sapphire at the top is the St. Edward sapphire and is actually considered a holy relic by the royal family. It's believed to be from Sri Lanka. Then on the other side of that crown is this sapphire, known as the Stuart sapphire. This one is believed to have originated from Myanmar or present-day Kashmir. Here's a non-coronation crown that Camilla is likely to wear. It's the Burmese ruby crown, made from rubies from Myanmar. They were gifted. Also the Nizam of Hyderabad tiara. It's made from diamonds from the Golconda mines of India. What do you think should happen with these jewels in the modern age?
The Queen, her gold carriage alone is made of 4 tons of solid gold, worth over $370 billion at today's gold prices. The Bank of England Nominees Limited was established to hide the Queen's investments. Secrecy about her wealth protects her. Government and banking officials inform the Queen about where to invest her wealth. That's called insider trading, and it's illegal. But the Queen gets away with it scot-free. Why? Because she's the Queen, and she's immune to prosecution. The Queen owns more than 300 residences, including castles and palaces, crown jewels, over 27,000 masterpieces, prize racehorses, and a fleet of Bentleys and Rolls-Royces. Her colossal wealth also includes crown land and investments that she inherited from her black nobility ancestors. The Queen's Crown estate includes over 50% of the UK's coastline, as well as Regent Street and Windsor Great Park. Her trillions in wealth are passed down to her descendants, untaxed. Would British tourism collapse if the monarchy...
Untaxed, right? Pass on to her descendants. What scripture is that? I think that's how it goes. Psalm 17:14. And we get verse 13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down. Deliver my sword from the wicked, which is thy sword. The wicked is Esau, Edom. We read Malachi chapter 1, right? From men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. Now, who's the hidden treasure? When you read Zephaniah, is Zephaniah? Zephaniah 2:1. Gather yourself together, gather together, all nation not desired. So like here, man. The hid treasure is the nation of Israel, because the elder Bishop Ayatan asked a question. What was the most important riches that they stole, which was us, right? All nation not desired, which is us. If you get that precept, boy, just so. Alright, so we go back to Psalm 17:14. From men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. Right? They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. See? Alright, India. So we go by here.
The Queen's investments that she inherited from her black nobility ancestors. The Queen's Crown estate includes over 50% of the UK's coastline, as well as Regent Street and Windsor Great Park. Her trillions in wealth are passed down to her descendants, untaxed. Would British tourism collapse if the monarchy was abolished? No, statistically, Buckingham Palace doesn't even make the top 20 list of tourist attractions.
Do you know how much the Queen is worth? 17 trillion pounds. That's $13 trillion. She could end world hunger and poverty tomorrow.
Besides insider trading and tax-free income, the slave trade and drug trade. Queen Elizabeth I started the British slave trade in 1564. As head of the Church of England, her slave trading of African blacks upset the moral foundations of the church.
Which are the children of Israel, right? This is the book of Joel, the 3rd chapter. And now you start at the 3rd verse. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink. Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, you African nations? You ain't getting away neither. On all the coasts of Palestine, right? Ishmael, will ye render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return the recompense upon your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things. You see? The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. You see? So that's the Africans, Ishmael, and Esau, Edom. You see? Right. This is what I wanted to get before. Psalms 83 verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. Right. The hidden treasure is us. You understand? So we go back.
The foundations of the church. Queen Elizabeth II is now head of the Church of England. Her slave trading of African blacks upset the moral foundations of the church. Queen Elizabeth II is now head of the Church of England. 200 years after the slave trade was abolished, the church was pressured into confessing its horrific crimes and apologizing for profiting from the African slave trade.
Yeah, so let me get the book of Zechariah. Zechariah 11. Zechariah 11 verse 5. Whose possessors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. Yeah, blessed be Yahweh, for I am rich. So they became very wealthy. The slave trade made them very wealthy, man. Or for the battle, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
The Queen, diabolical crimes, even their blessing to something far crimes, and apologizing for profiting from the African slave trade. At first, the Queen and the Church only admitted to owning slaves and plantations, but the public soon discovered that the Church had given their blessing to something far worse. The Church had approved the beating, mutilation, rape, kidnapping, and murder of tens of millions of Africans by declaring that Africans had no soul. This gave the Church a divine license to profit from their diabolical crimes. Even more lucrative than Queen Elizabeth's slave trade was Queen Victoria's drug trade. Opium was grown and manufactured in the British-owned opium factories of British India. China banned the importation of opium, but once the British monarch secured a drug trade monopoly, over 17,000 illegal chests of opium worth millions were forced onto the Chinese population. The British waged 3 drug wars on China to force them to pay for the illegally imported opium. China's emperor didn't stand a chance against the British East India Company gunboats and Royal Navy. The British destroyed, plundered, looted, and raped their way along the coast of China until there was nothing left to loot or plunder.
This is the book of Micah. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2. Right? And verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. So Moab, you didn't stand a chance neither. But the Lord ain't really concerned with you. He's concerned with his hid treasure, which are the children of Israel, man. Verse 3, therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, against this family do I devise an evil. A bad time coming to you, Edomites, boy. From which ye shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go haughtily, for this time is evil. Yeah, you are not going to escape the judgment the Lord has in store for you. Even if you pass away, the Lord can bring you back to face your judgment.
The Queen crimes and apologized for his drug trade along the coast of China until there was nothing left to loot or plunder. On August 29, 1842, the Treaty of Nanking forced the Chinese government to pay £15 million to the British merchants to open up its ports to opium trade and to cede Hong Kong to the British. This was the ugly origin of Hong Kong's 155 years as a stolen British Crown colony.
Whoa, this is Psalms 58. Your history does not look good, Esau Edom, boy. Psalms 58, verse 2. Yet in the heart, meaning your mind, you work wickedness. You wear the violence of your hands in the earth. You see that? Everywhere you go, you cause some form of hell. You understand? Everywhere you go, you cause death. You bring nothing but violence, man. Wait a minute. And the violent take it by force. Take it by force. So, what do you think will happen to you in your kingdom, man? Matthew 11 verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven. Who's the kingdom of heaven? The kingdom of heaven really is the nation of Israel. You understand? The kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. You see? The Romans, the Edomites, you know what I mean? 70 AD. They came and destroyed our land, man. Took all of our riches, resources. Raped, robbed, and murdered, man.
The Quakers as a stolen British Crown colony.
There are people who believe that they have a God-given right to rule over others. They believe that their outward appearance is superior to all others. They harbor selfish ambitions to be rich and to have power over what they describe as common people. They lie, cheat, steal, strangle, stab and slash their way to power. They believe that their actual willpower, what the British occultist Aleister Crowley described as the will of Thelema, the royal will, must be obeyed. Literally millions of people have been slaughtered at the behest of the royal lust for war. And thousands of people have been assassinated so that demonic dukes and killer queens can reign supreme.
Alright. Habakkuk 2 verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Right? Neither keepeth at home, because he goes through the earth, pillages, robs, murders, steals. Right? And he ain't even satisfied, man. That's right? He ain't even satisfied, man. Habakkuk 2 verse 5. Wealth is treacherous, and the arrogant are never at rest. They open their mouths as wide as a grave, and like death they are never satisfied. In their greed they have gathered up many nations, and swallowed many peoples. Yeah, B. The murder they commit, man. Shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Shameful spewing. And you know, the Lord said, I read it in the beginning, he that doeth wrong shall receive the wrong which he have done. Habakkuk 2:16. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered yet. So the Lord is exposing everything you've done, man. The cup of Yahweh's right hand shall be turned unto thee. Right? With thy right hand. Let me read Psalms. With thy right hand, let me read Psalms 75. Psalm 75. Let me start at. Let me go straight to the point. Verse 8. For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and he poureth out the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth, shall wring them out and drink them. You see? That's the cut them and drink, man. Right? Habakkuk 2:16 again. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Yeah?
It will be wrong of me to leave this mic without saying to Britain and everybody else who can, we do not mourn the death of a colonizer and a murderer who came and killed our people, and she's wearing proudly a stolen goods on her head. We have nothing to do with the Queen. Le bolaile batho ba rena ba utswa di-minerale tša mo Africa, ba utswa di-minerale tša all over Africa. Today, people treat, hey, we mourn the Queen. But when Helen Zille tweeted and said that not everything is bad about colonialism, you all said Helen Zille is a racist. How can she praise colonialism? By mourning and praising the Queen, you are celebrating colonialism. You are not different from Helen Zille. We were not colonized by the land called Britain. We were colonized by the leadership of Britain that killed our people. So we must not be asked to do wrong things here. We are very clear. The Queen does not represent anything good. Britain has got a lot of gold, yet they don't have a single mine of gold. Those are stolen goods. We must talk about reparation. We must talk about the return of the gold. We must talk about the return of...
Yeah, that's in Africa, Ham, right? John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. Whoa. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. The Lord is going to bring life, man. Proverbs 29 and 1 says, when the righteous are in authority, the people will rejoice, man. Is that? So the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. This is what they have done, man. This is what they have done. Now this precept here, the elder bishop brought up, man, hit me like a big rock. It's Isaiah 10 and verse 13. For he saith, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent. This is, he saw Edom trying to big up himself, right? But he's just speaking in the spirit, right? And I have removed the bones of the people, right? And have robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. See? And my hand have found as a nest the riches of the people, and as one gathereth eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth. And there was none that moved the wing, or opened the mouth, or peep. So they were unstoppable. You know, the scripture said the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Is that? So yeah, the robbed the treasures of the people, Moab, Ham, and most importantly, Israel, man. Is that? But like I read earlier, he that doeth wrong shall receive the wrong he have done. Let me get one last precept. Short, Revelation 13. Revelation 13 verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Right? So, for all that you Edomites have done, there is going to be a recompense. One day coming soon. You understand? You just gotta remember that. Trying to get your new world order agenda going. The great reset, you know? Thinking that you can defeat the Lord when he returns. You're sadly mistaken, man. Shalom.